Howdy neighbors, this is Shelby Pena with the Coastal Bend Food Bank, and today we are going to be talking about some healthy Halloween snacks and treats. So today's treat, we're going to be doing some pumpkin pretzels or pretzel pumpkins. So all we need is some non-fat yogurt. I decided to use vanilla Greek, but if you are really wanting to be mindful of how sweet it is, because it does take powdered sugar, you can use plain Greek yogurt. We have powdered sugar, which is also known as confectioner sugar. For people with diabetes, if you are being mindful about your sugar intake, there are sugar-free options on the market. A lot of companies like Splenda are going towards that. We have, you want large pretzels. Again, I couldn't find unsalted, but that's okay. And then I need food dye. There's no such thing as orange food dye. You have to buy yellow and red. Usually they come in a pack of 4. They'll include the primary colors, so blue, green, yellow, and red. And it's a little over $2 at H-E-B. So let's get started. We're gonna go ahead, and this looks like a lot. I actually used a little less than what the recipe down below calls for. So I'm gonna add my powdered sugar, and then I'm gonna add my yogurt. And this is a replacement. It's a little bit more nutritious, and it definitely has more protein than your traditional chocolate dipped pretzels. But don't worry, we are going to involve chocolate in today's recipe. So first, I want to just mix it a little bit, but really fold it, because that powdered sugar will go everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean it's such a mess, a nightmare to clean. Parents out there, I'm sure that you know anything that's super powdery like flour, it's kind of difficult to clean up, but that's okay. And you really want it to be one consistency, so that way whenever you dip your pretzels are smooth. So I'm just mixing it, and there's still a little bit of chunks, but that's okay, I'll mix it more. So the trick to getting orange is you only want 1 drop of red, 3 drops of yellow. Red is a very potent color, and you'll just continue to get red if you don't add more yellow than you do red. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then as we go, if it's not orangey enough like a pumpkin, I'm just gonna add more yellow. I'm just mixing. Oh yeah, that's great. Okay. So I am getting that nice pumpkin orange color. So I actually don't have to add any more food dye. And I'm gonna mix it. And the thing with this recipe is you do have to prepare it in advance, because it's very messy if you don't freeze the pretzels right after you dip them. It will go everywhere. So it's pretty mixed. Yeah. If you want to use a fork, you can, a whisk. I don't have that, so right now I'm using this. So we have our orangey color. If you wanted a little bit more of like a burnt orange, you can just add like half a drop of more of red. So we're gonna take our pretzels, and you're gonna dip them generously, which means you want a lot of that yogurt powdered sugar mix on my pretzel. And you don't want to cover all of it. I mean, if you want to, you can. And it comes out a little thin at first, so if you freeze it, you can re-dip it and keep dipping it and freezing it, and it'll get nice and thick. You can also cut back on your powdered sugar. You can cut back on your yogurt. You can really use a plant-based yogurt if you have an allergy to dairy. That's fine. Okay. So we're gonna cut so I can go ahead and keep doing this, and whenever we come back, the pretzels will be ready to drizzle with chocolate. Okay guys, all of our pretzels are dipped, and so now I have my white chocolate chips. I already melted them. What I did was you put them in the microwave, and you don't want to burn it. It's very easy to burn chocolate chips. So I would set the clock for 2 minutes, and every 15 seconds, take it out, mix it up, put it back in. And if you do it every 15 seconds, you won't burn it. And then You don't have to use a baggie. I wanted to just because I'm very uneven with the spatula. But if you have a piping bag, you can use that. But you just snip off the little tip and you hold it just like you would a piping bag. And then you just gently squeeze. Now it's not gonna be perfect. It's still hot. Okay. So we're gonna do the best we can with this. Don't be like me and take it out of the microwave. And then instantly put it in a bag. It's really hot. So we just squeeze it out. Now, it's a little hard because I didn't add anything to the chocolate chips, so it's not going to be as fluid and smooth coming out of the piping bag. It's going to be a little bit more chunky, but it's chocolate. Who cares, right? Whenever I come back, these will be piped. Okay, everybody, it's all done. It doesn't look perfect, but it's not supposed to, right? It's supposed to look the way we want it to look. So let's talk about how these pumpkin pretzels fit into MyPlate. So our pretzels actually belong in the grain family. And then our white chocolate, as well as our yogurt, those both fall in the dairy category because they both contain milk. And so these are an excellent snack to have, maybe 2 or 3 of them as like a nice dessert or a little snack, and then you'd want to have a little bit of protein on the side with it if it's a snack, so maybe like some cheese. But there you go. Enjoy.